Hello everybody, music fans and vinyl community. It's been a long time since I've made one of these videos, so it kind of feels like I'm making the first one again. But I'm sure most of you watching this know who I am a bit. So these are the records that I picked up during July. First one here is a reissue of an album by Demdike. It's called Forest of Evil. If you're not familiar with them, they're kind of a electronic duo. They do a lot of ambient music and a lot of breakbeat inspired stuff. This was one of their earlier records from 2010, part of a trilogy. This reissue was on clear vinyl, as you can see. This is my favorite of those three albums that they released in 2010. That's Forest of Evil. A really nice pressing on this one. Nice simple packaging. That's Demdike. The next one here from Merge Records. This is a new band called White Lung, relatively new band. They have a few albums, I think. But this is called Deep Fantasy. They're kind of a high energy punk band, which is not the style of music that I listen to a lot of, but I did give this a listen and really enjoyed it. It reminds me a bit of a band like Be Your Own Pet, if you're familiar with them. Female singer and just a lot of energy on this. It's a good album. It's a really good album. The next one here is a classic jazz album from Grant Green, Idle Moments. Grant Green is a guitar player, and that's a Blue Note album. Up there with some of my favorite jazz albums. I think this was Grant Green's most famous album, Idle Moments. So that's a nice reissue from Blue Note. The next one here actually is an album from last year, 2013, but it was just pressed on vinyl recently for the first time. Mark Kozelek and Jimmy LaValle. Mark Kozelek was a singer from Sun Kill Moon and Red House Painters. Jimmy LaValle from the album Leaf. This is a really interesting album. Mark Kozelek kind of has a unique, brooding folk kind of style, and Jimmy LaValle provides some electronic production to the album. It's a good combo, and I waited a year to get this vinyl issue. Next I have a couple of ambient albums from LaValle Records. This is Greg Haines, Where We Were, the album is called. It's a double album here. This is from 2013, and I just heard it for the first time about a month ago. Really enjoyed it, and it has one of the most beautiful songs I've heard in a long time. The third track there, So It Goes, is an excellent track. It's just awesome, and the whole album is really great. So it's really an electronic kind of ambient with some techno in it too, so it's really similar to a John Hopkins album from last year. Again, that was Greg Haines. Haines, H-A-I-N-E-S there. Excellent stuff. Now this one here, another one from LaValle Records. It's Ensemble, Economique, who also is known as Brian Pyle, I believe, who was one half of Starving Weirdos. Kind of a psychedelic guitar duo, Starving Weirdos. However, this album is really another mostly electronic ambient album. There are some elements of psychedelia and, you know, that kind of older style that he used to do here. The vinyl is, they called it a sea blue color, limited edition. It's really nice, and LaValle records I just discovered recently when I heard these two albums. Came with a free download card here, and they have a bunch of really good ambient releases on that label, so that's the album here is called Light That Goes, Light That Comes, or Light That Comes, Light That Goes, as you can maybe see there. And the last one here, I just got this one last week. It's called The Phantom. The first album from The Phantom, who is an electronic house producer. LP1 is the name of the album, and it's from Silverback Recordings. The producer, The Phantom, is based in Warsaw. It's just on black vinyl here, but there's the label. And this is just a really, really solid, good deep house record. Some really interesting tracks on this. It is kind of a mixed bag. Some of the tracks I like more than others, but if you're interested in that deep house sound, this is a great album. From 2014 actually. It's a new release, The Phantom. And that completes it for the albums that I purchased in July. Thanks for watching.